Connections with BCD Travel helps customers navigate the ever-changing landscape of managed travel. This Connections Hot Take zeroes in on thought-provoking topics with our subject matter experts.
I'm Chad Lemon, and on this Connections Hot Take, we are talking to Erin Singleton, Senior Director of Marketing, about Advito's sustainable collaboration practice. Erin, first, welcome to Connections. I am so glad that we were finally able to get you on the show.
Thanks, Chad. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, well, first, I'm sure you're very used to this question. Can you explain the relationship between Advito and BCD Travel so that our listeners fully understand?
Yes, absolutely. Advito is the consulting arm of BCD Travel. So we serve as the TMC's consultancy, and we work with clients all over the world to optimize their travel programs.
Well, let's jump right into our topic. What is Advito doing to help travel programs further their sustainability goals?
Yep, absolutely. So we have a consulting practice line called Sustainable Collaboration that was founded in 2019. And the goal of Sustainable Collaboration is to help travel managers measure and reduce the environmental impact of their travel programs. Sustainable Collaboration is based around three core pillars. And the first is data, so business intelligence. And that means that travel managers need to understand the baseline of where their program is from an emissions standpoint and really understand their starting point so that they can build a strategy towards emissions reduction. The second pillar is our strategy and recommendations. We take the data from the travel program and we build a customized strategy to help travel managers achieve their reduction target. And this can be short-term targets, long-term targets, or even company-wide emissions reductions goals. The third pillar is traveler engagement. So if you spend all this time trying to deep dive into your data and understand your footprint, build a strategy, follow all of our recommendations, if you don't engage your travelers or engage your employees, it's really, all for nothing, because you need to have the travelers on board and understanding the actions they need to take to actually impact the sustainability goals. So sustainable collaboration is built on these three pillars. And we're always changing and expanding the offering based on travel managers' needs. And we're adding sustainability into our other practice lines as well. So we're not operating just in a silo. We are expanding and adding sustainability focus into our air, our hotel, and our traveler engagement practice lines.
Oh, that's super interesting. Tell me a little bit more about that, how you all are expanding.
Yes. One great example of where we've started to have some crossover between our practice lines is last year, our air consulting team and our sustainable collaboration consulting team worked together to develop the EQSI, which is the Environmental Quality Service Index. This is essentially a fair market share calculation that allows travel managers to factor fleet efficiency, so airline fleet efficiency, into their sourcing engagements. So that means that they can look at factors beyond the standard things like on-time performance, and they can build in how carbon efficient an airline's fleet is into their sourcing engagement. So taking consideration into sourcing where they might not have been able to do so without this algorithm.
Erin, what are the benefits of implementing Advito's sustainable collaboration?
Yep. So first and foremost, I think the biggest benefit is that we have our own proprietary emissions calculation methodology called Gate 4. And Gate 4 stands for the Global Analytics for Travel Emissions, and the 4 represents the 4 categories in most managed travel programs, So that's air, hotel, rail, and car. So we worked very, very, very hard to develop our own methodology because we thought what we were seeing out in the market just wasn't granular enough to capture the true emissions coming out of a travel program. Our methodology takes into account lots of factors that the industry standards just don't consider. Things like aircraft type, radiative forcing, or even market tier of a hotel property. So all of these things matter and they impact your emissions. So it's very, very important that you use the most granular and accurate emissions reporting methodology that you can. And we've actually gotten this methodology ISO certified under the 1400 series, which is a globally recognized greenhouse gas management standard. And this means that you can use Gate 4 emissions figures in your annual sustainability and financial reporting. It's also really important that travel is a core part of achieving company-wide sustainability goals. It's actually a lever that is relatively easy to pull. Traveling less or traveling more sustainability when you do get out on the road is something that is doable, and it's a way to make a quick and significant impact on company-wide emissions goals.
Wow, there's a lot going on. So if a program is interested in starting the conversation with you all, where should they go? Who should they talk to? What should they do?
I think there's a couple avenues that you can use to get in touch with us at Advito. First and foremost, talk to your program manager. They will be more than happy to talk to you about what we're doing at Advito and link you up with the right people in the Advito team. You can also reach out to us directly at advice@advito.com. And also take a look at BCD Marketplace. Our Gate 4 methodology is in BCD Marketplace. And we also work closely with other partners in the marketplace, one of which is TripKicks. So we just announced a partnership earlier this year with TripKicks, where they are using our Gate 4 methodology to display emissions at the point of sale in Concur Travel for air. So a really excited partnership that we're very excited about. So there's lots of ways to work with Advito and to get in touch with us.
Anything else to add before we wrap this session up?
Yep, I would encourage everyone to go listen to our Vice President of Sustainability's episode. Olivia talked a lot about what BCD Travel is doing as a TMC in the sustainability space, as well as what's going on in the industry today and what our technology roadmap looks like. So definitely go give her episode a listen as well.
Erin Singleton with Advito, thank you so much for joining us on this Connections Hot Take.
Thank you, Chad.
Thanks for listening to this Connections Hot Take. Learn more about the information you heard today and what BCD Travel can do for you by visiting bcdtravel.com/podcast.